Hey there, people. So it's the middle of 2017, and today I'm going to be telling you about two things in Rust. First of all, this is going to be a gun guide as well as a Radtown tutorial. So how to get guns fast, how to various ways of doing that, what you need to do it, as well as how to make your way around the Radtowns, because that is one of the critical common ways to get guns in Rust. So first of all, guns can be obtained in two major ways. First of all, you can kill or trick another player, or you can gather the parts. So if you psych out another player, you know, maybe you have a powerful enough melee weapon or even a ranged weapon or something, you can kind of psych people out, trick them, negotiate with them. Mostly you're, lie to them and tell them that you're going to do something for them or even, slave for them, whatever. There are ways that you can sort of use psychological warfare or social engineering to trick people into either, getting close enough so you can kill them with whatever weaker weapon you have, or, into giving you a gun by, maybe doing something for them or letting you join their team, whatever. But that's not really what I'm going to talk about today. The main thing is to get the parts for guns from mainly the Radtowns. Not only the Radtowns. I did find, as a kind of, if you've watched my other Rust videos, which you probably haven't, I did run into a valley where there were a bunch of military trucks, and those trucks happened to have crates in their back of them and nearby them, and you can also get some of the parts that way. Basically, you're looking for large crates or weapon crates. Mostly you're not going to get these kind of things from these barrels that you come across all the time. Although you might get lucky, but for the most part, you're going to get what you need from actual crates, including military crates. So the things you need in order to be able to make a gun. Well, there are different kinds of guns, different sort of levels of guns. You're going to need, in general, either metal fragments or high-quality metal for most of the guns. There are other, basic guns that might require, like, there's the crappy little one-shot gun that you can make with wood, but it's not really worth your time. So generally you're going to need metal fragments or high-quality metal. You're going to need a furnace to smelt that from ore unless you find it somewhere already smelted. So you're going to need to do that. You're also going to need metal pipes and springs. Now those, of course, you can only get by finding them. Again, Radtowns are going to be your primary area where you're going to find them. You'll also need, for most of the guns, you'll need either a semi-automatic body, which is mostly for the pistols and lower tier guns, an SMG body, which is sort of your mid-tier guns, or a rifle body for generally the better guns are going to require a rifle body. So if you find a rifle body, stash that. Put it somewhere safe. Okay, so then you will also generally need ammo, of course, and for ammo you're going to need charcoal and sulfur. Again, sulfur you're going to have to smelt from sulfur ore, so again you're going to need your furnace. 30 charcoal and 20 sulfur makes some gunpowder. Charcoal is a byproduct of burning wood as fuel. Sulfur you'll get from those yellow marbled rocks. You'll get it as ore, and you'll need to smelt it at your furnace. So as far as the Radtowns, and I think I see one up here actually, and I did not plan that, but what you're going to need in order to be able to explore a Radtown without dying, because Radtown, radioactive, get it? You're going to want, at a minimum, some basic clothing covering each part of your body. So funny thing is, when I started this up today, I assumed that my server was going to have been wiped. So I thought I was going to have to start over, and I was going to tell you about, how you can find the hemp plants or kill some animals to get enough cloth, and I was going to kind of show you that a little bit and just get some basic burlap cloth. And yeah, you can do that. Obviously, most of you are going to start out naked originally, or you're going to be close to it, especially if it's a server wipe. Alright, here's a little part that I'm sticking in there because I forgot to include it earlier. When you find a Radtown that you want to raid, you're going to want to, have a respawn point nearby. So make a sleeping bag, stick it in maybe some bushes, maybe a box as well to stash your loot in. Hide them in some bushes. They finally made it difficult to stick things inside of rocks, but obviously you want it somewhere where people are not going to notice it. And you can have a couple, of course, couple spots, couple bags, maybe even a couple boxes to have a place to go if somebody kills you while you're in the Radtown. So keep that in mind as well. Yeah, so you're going to need to find enough cloth to make some clothes. But luckily, I happened to actually respawn where I had quit the game, and I still had my stuff. So here you go. This is some decent gear for exploring Radtown. And what you're going to want to look at is for each item of clothing, there is a rating for how much radiation it will protect you from. So again, boots, pants, shirt, something for your head, a little armor will help as well. You can see that's got actually a decent rating, even just basic wood armor. So altogether, I've got sort of, I guess you could call it 21 defense from radiation. And there are different Radtowns with different loot, different levels of radiation, different resources available. And of course, when you're playing on a server with people, you're going to need to sneak in and out. You may want to go by night even if you're particularly worried. And you'll hear the noise, of course, when you're getting irradiated. Okay, I'd have to bash my way in there. But yeah, there's going to be different crates in different areas of each Radtown. There are guides that will tell you where to find what. Whether that's still accurate enough, because the game is constantly changing, is a good question. I haven't actually run into radiation yet, or it's not telling me that I'm being radiated. So I guess I'm a little lucky at this point. And honestly, I haven't spent a whole bunch of time keeping track of, okay, what am I going to find where? You may want to know that ahead of time, because of course, the faster you can get in and out, the safer you're going to be, both from the radiation and from other players. But as long as you have some clothing on all the parts of your body, then that'll be enough to protect you from the radiation to some extent, and it will slow down how much damage you take from the radiation. Again, yeah, okay, I guess I gotta bash my way in here. I don't even probably have the right stuff to do this, but... There we go, then I can open the door. And yeah, you'll want to explore the buildings, look for crates, and in those crates you're going to want to find the particular items that I mentioned. You're going to want to get in and out quickly, so make sure you got food and water. If you are lucky enough to find some radiation pills, oh yeah, nice, and I have a ladder down into the underground. This could be helpful. All right. So yeah, if you're lucky enough to get some rad pills, how those work, which I didn't know when I first actually got them, was they actually reduce your radiation level after you've already basically been irradiated. So you'll get a little radiation meter down in the bottom right, and it will tell you how much the radiation is affecting you, more or less. It will take a while to come off of you. So in other words, you need to plan for the fact that as you are leaving, that radiation is going to slowly come down once you get out of the radiated area. As long as you're in the radiated area, it's going to continue to build up. So yeah, basically that's that. And if you have some rad pills, how they work is they will essentially cut your level of radiation poisoning in half, but you're going to need a lot of water. So either make note of any streams nearby and run to them quickly, or have a Bota bag with you so that you can replenish your water if you use those pills. The funny thing was, if you watch my noob videos when I was just basically trying it out, I didn't know what to do with them. I took them before I ran into the radiated area. That's not going to help you. You need to actually do that after you've already essentially been poisoned. And from there, that is going to cut your radiation level. And then, of course, that's where you're going to need some water to replenish your supplies. Now, I think, if I recall correctly, I might be looking for some good stuff up here. Anyway, essentially you're going to want to explore around, find some crates. Yeah, repair bench, that's very useful. If you have some tools in need of repair, which actually I do, but I'm not going to do that right now. So there are other useful things here other than the crate, but the essential thing is you're going to need to find out where the crates are. I'm lucky enough I'm on an empty server. I have the time to explore. But if you're on a populated server, you may want to know where they are ahead of time and go to those locations. Be quick about it. And, oh, there we go. Finally got some radiation poisoning. So that area is irradiated. Alright, so I'm basically back where I started in this area. And interesting thing about the radiation, you don't really know where it's going to be. Like, I had to get almost inside one of those big towers before it got seriously radiated. Obviously, places where there should be radiation, there's probably more likely. The other big tower anywhere near it was a problem. But then, if I just run over here by this little pile of trash, you can see I get radiated. So, whereas if I'm over here by these buildings and stuff, I'm fine. So, be careful where you're going. Just listen for that noise. Watch for the radiation poisoning marker. Be quick. Be stealthy, of course. You don't want other people seeing or hearing you. Get what you need, run out, and don't get greedy. Just take what you need. I did find this one little loot box here with some pipes. Pipes are, again, useful. You can make some basic guns basically mostly out of pipes and a little bit of metal and stuff. So, you know, that's enough to get a basic gun, like a shotgun kind of thing. And don't get too greedy. Have your stash box nearby. Watch your radiation levels. Again, you can go at night if you can navigate without your torch, but of course you have to watch out for not only other players, but you know, you might have some animals like wolves out at night. You can see I ran into a couple here. So yeah, that's basically how you do it. Explore around. If you can get an idea of where to find those boxes ahead of time, all the better. But that's not my guide, that's somebody else's guide, so go have a look at theirs too. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.